Do you think OBJ will be more of a problem or a solution for Baker this season?
I think solution, although I've been on the record as saying I think they're better off without each other. They just don't have chemistry. And they played very well without Odell. But that's the thing. If he's still on the team, Odell has to recognize that's a double-digit win team. And the question is, can they get even better? Can they get over the hump and get to the next level where they're not just contenders, but they're elite contenders, meaning real potential champions? And Odell Beckham Jr., if he's healthy, should be able to make that kind of difference. So I believe knowing all of that, whatever chemistry issues they have will get worked out, and Odell will be additive to the cause.
So you said that they would be better off without each other, but somehow, some way, he would be more of a solution than a problem?
Yeah, because he sees they were winning without him.
I don't think that's the case. Odell Beckham Jr. is looking to get paid. Odell Beckham Jr. is looking to reestablish himself as one of the premier receivers in the game of football. And last time we saw him, he was targeted 43 times, but only connected with by Baker Mayfield on 23 of those occasions. That's 53.5%. That's not much. And so when you look at it from that perspective, obviously there were some issues that existed not between him and Baker Mayfield as individuals, as people, but as performers. You know, and I think that one made the argument, I don't know whether it was you or somebody else, Max, but they made the argument that Odell Beckham Jr. got himself in trouble because he was willing to, look for and target Odell Beckham Jr. Baker Mayfield was looking to target him extensively, and that was at the, just the sacrifice of the Jarvis Landrys of the world and others. So we know they have an elite running game, but more importantly, with Kevin Stefanski there, and now them having been a playoff team, I get your thinking, okay, it should be better. But if I'm Odell Beckham Jr., I'm coming off injury. I want to reestablish myself. I want to get paid, which means I'm going to be looking for the ball. And these are wide receivers that we're talking about here. I think a potential problem exists, and I think the Cleveland Browns would be better off moving Odell Beckham Jr. to another franchise, a franchise that is going to target him heavily, feed him the football so he can be satisfied.
Agreed.
I don't know if that's going to happen in Cleveland.
Well, listen, here's the thing that not a lot of people are talking about. When you're injured, you don't feel a part of the team. And then what compounds that is when you're injured and your team is winning. Okay, that's the worst feeling in the world. And trust me, Odell Beckham Jr., I think for the first time in his career, this is going to be the best team he's ever been a part of. And the Cleveland Browns, their identity is not Baker Mayfield, it's not Odell Beckham Jr., it's those two backs in the backfield, that offensive line, and those two running backs, Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. That's where Odell Beckham Jr. can make his hay, because when everybody's focusing on that run game, guess what's going to happen? Everybody's going to be piling up, and Odell Beckham Jr. will be able to showcase what he's been doing his whole career, making big, explosive plays. I wouldn't be looking to try to go anywhere. I'll be looking to try to ride this train with the Cleveland Browns, because, guys, for the first time in a long time, I don't even know if we've ever said this, the Cleveland Browns are a legit organization.
100%.
They're a legit threat in the AFC.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.